In this example, I need to solve the following equation, A for all solutions and B on the interval 0 to 2 pi. The equation is the sine of x over 2 equals 1. Well, what type of equation is this? It's a trigonometric equation. There's only one trig function, the sine function, and it's raised to the first power, so this is a linear trigonometric equation. But be careful, the argument of the sine function is not x, but x over 2. And whenever the argument is x over 2 or 2x or 3x, we always like to find all solutions first before we find ones in the given interval. Now remember, for points on the unit circle, the x-coordinate is the cosine of that angle and the y-coordinate is the sine of that angle. And since I know the sine of x over 2 is positive 1, I'm looking for y-coordinates that are positive 1. And that occurs here. Does it occur anywhere else on the unit circle? No, because down here the y-coordinate is negative 1. So I know the argument x over 2 has to equal pi over 2 since I'm in radians. And that is the only solution between 0 and 2 pi. Now to find all solutions, the period of the sine function is 2 pi, so I'm going to add plus 2 pi n, where n is an element of the integers. Now I'm not done because this is solved for x over 2. I'm going to have to multiply all three parts of this equation by 2 to get the solution for x. So I'm going to have 2 over 1 times x over 2 equals 2 over 1 times pi over 2 plus 2 times 2 pi n. So my 2's reduce, so I just get x equals, these 2's reduce, so I get pi plus 2 times 2 is 4, so 4 pi n. So there are all the solutions where n is an element of the integers. So I finished part A. Now in part B, I need to just find the solutions between 0 and 2 pi. So all I have to do is take this equation, plug n equals 0 into it. When n equals 0, x equals pi plus 4 pi times 0, which is 0, so I get x equals pi. Next we plug in n equals 1. I get x equals pi plus 4 pi times 1. 4 pi times 1 is 4 pi plus pi is 5 pi. But that is definitely bigger than the upper limit of my interval. 5 pi is bigger than 2 pi. So this solution is not in my interval. And for larger values of n, those solutions again will not be in my interval. Let's double check what happens when n equals negative 1. X equals pi plus 4 pi times negative 1. 4 pi times negative 1 is negative 4 pi plus pi is negative 3 pi, but that is less than the lower limit of my interval 0. So again, it is not in the given interval. And that will be true for when n is negative 2, negative 3. So the only solution in my given interval is x equals pi.